Monster vs. Aliens is a movie completely done in 3D, developed, authored in 3D, everything. So, in layman's terms, for the people out there, what exactly does that mean?
Well, I think that people in the past have seen 3D and it's been a little cheesy. It's been kind of a little theme park attraction and a trick that sort of plays with the audience. And what these new tools allow us to do now is to create these incredibly rich and beautiful and detailed images that actually brings the audience into the world of the story and the storytelling. And it's such a incredible innovation from what people have seen in the past. And I think we all have witnessed and are every day seeing how technology is changing so many aspects of our lives. And so once again, here we are on the movie side of the business, seeing it being impacted in such a fantastic way. And for me, it's like comparing black and white to color in terms of, now a 2D standard movie to 3D. It's a phenomenal innovation.
Did you guys actually develop new technology specifically for this movie?
We did. The science of 3D has been around forever, and it is in fact how we are, seeing each other here. Unfortunately, when people are watching us at home, they're seeing us in 2D. In this, it's just very natural to the human eye in it, and the science of what we're doing is not new, but these digital tools allow us to do it with a level of precision that we weren't able to do it before. So all the things like ghosting and eye strain and blurry images and things that people associate with 3D in the past, they're all gone.
I found amazing was the hair, actually. When I was watching it, wow, the hair looks so real, it looks so touchable. Now, does this pose a problem almost, or is it more difficult for your illustrators to deal with 3D technology than the traditional?
Well, it adds a dimension to it, it adds time, it adds cost, all of those things, but we think it's more than worth it because, I look at what's happened in the home experience in the last 10 years and the level of innovation that has gone on. So we now have giant flat screen TVs, high definition, Blu-ray, digital surround sound in this. And so the home experience is going like this, and the theater experience hasn't changed in several decades. To be able to create something that is really fantastic and significantly better than what one can see in their home back in the movie theaters, I think is very exciting and very important for movies.
Do you think this will ever reach home? Do you think this will become a regular thing?
Yeah, it will. It'll be many years before it does, but even when it does, it's like comparing a live sporting event to watching it live on television. I don't believe what we will see in our home, even when our TVs have 3D technology for, which is not that complicated to do, it won't really compete with what you can do in the movie theater.
So what do you think audiences are going to take away from this film?
Well, I think first of all it's a great story, and 3D has nothing to do with making the story better. It's a great story and it's very funny, and it's a great homage to these monsters from the 50s movies, and has a fantastic cast in it, and it's funny. And to be able to escape, when things are as crazy as they are around us these days, into a great piece of storytelling and fun, that's what Monsters vs. Aliens is, first, foremost, and most of all. And 3D just sort of elevates that.
How is DreamWorks going to pursue this 3D technology?
Well, all the movies we're making now. Next year we have 3 films coming. One's called How to Train Your Dragon. The next chapter of Shrek will be in 3D. And then Mastermind, the end of the year, which is a send-up of superhero movies with Robert Downey and Tina Fey and Ben Stiller, great cast. So everything we're doing today, now our studio has been converted over to make our movies in 3D.
You guys have been producing some incredible movies in the past few years. Do you actually go out and cast, or are these actors knocking down your door to do animation?
Well, it's a little bit of both. I mean, we're very lucky in that, actors always want to be in great movies, and they want to work with the most talented filmmakers. And, for these CG animated films now, over the years, we've built up such a good reputation of great scripts, great stories, state-of-the-art technology, great filmmaking team in it. And so, when we make that call, more often than not, people are, are excited. Actors are excited about being in the film. And in the case of this film, we were very lucky. Again, Reese Witherspoon, Kiefer Sutherland, Seth Rogen. These people were our first choices to be in these roles, and they all said yes.
What makes this type of 3D a complete difference from the old 3D?
Well, it's a hard, there's that old expression we've heard many times, that a picture is worth 1,000 words. Well, then a 3D picture is worth 3,000 words. And it's, I think that the only thing I could do is give you comparisons, because there's no way of explaining what it is like to do it. But if you can imagine what it must have been like 70 years ago to be watching movies in black and white and then suddenly go to a movie theater and see a film in color, it's pretty startling. Mm-hmm. If you compare a horse and a buggy to a Ferrari, you would say, well, that's pretty significant. They both go on horsepower, slightly different kind of horsepower, have wheels, but it's such a extraordinary innovation that's gone on. It's pretty hard to compare it. It is the kind of thing, I think you have to experience. And so far, the word of mouth on it from people that have seen it, you saw it yourself, yes. Right? It's dazzling.
It's fantastic. I laughed and laughed and laughed. The one thing I love about DreamWorks movies is you guys always have very subtle comments about stuff, and that way you can keep watching the movie over and over again. Right. So I fully enjoyed it.
Good.
It was
well,
great.
Thank you so much.